Hello, family. We're back again to discuss another topic today. I was just reading messages that people sent me, and it was so funny. Anyway, I choose one of the messages to try to share to make this video with us. And one of the message was by an individual. He said he wanted us to speak about the origin of Afrobeat. Okay, he said he had trouble that he watched Sammy Flex talking about. I don't know what he was saying. I didn't watch the video, but he just said that he wants us to speak about the origin of Afrobeat. I want to speak about this, okay? But before I do that, I want to give shout out to two special people. Fun viral video. I see you. I see your comment everywhere. Please write me now. Text me message. I say inbox me. Let's talk. If you want me to invite you, so that we can talk. And then another person is Antonia. Antonia is a very special person to me. She lives in the US. Thank you so much, Antonia, for your messages. We have been chatting for the past few days now, and I enjoy your company. I enjoy your chat, and I enjoy your support and your loyalty. Thank you so much. So, guys, go ahead and leave your comment. You know, this is a movement. This is a narrative we're trying to create. This is a different movement altogether. So, if you want to be part of this movement, what I will require from you is simple. You don't need any donation. You don't need to give any money. Just subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Let us get it up. Let us get to 500 likes. That is the only way you can support this movement. When you do that, it triggers the YouTube algorithm to push this video and make it available to a lot of people. Now, the topic, let's go deep straight into the topic now. The person asked me to speak about the origin of Afrobeat. Hey, hold on. My laptop is hooked. The origin of Afrobeat. Now, I want to make this clear. There's a difference between Afrobeat and Afrobeat with the S. The Afrobeat without S was created and founded, invented by Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti. Now, I don't like speaking about a lot of things. I want us to read the fact. I want us to read the origin of where this music comes from and what the internet or Google is saying, for example. Now, I read from Wikipedia. It says, Afrobeat, the musical genre Afrobeat originated in the 1960s and 1970s as a blend of traditional Yoruba music. I want us to get that word, blend of traditional Yoruba music. Yoruba are the people in West Africa. Yoruba music with jazz. Jazz is the American jazz that you know. West African highlife and funk music. So it has all this influence. So it's like a fusion. It's the blend of all these things now. So the Americans cannot come and claim that, because Afrobeat has jazz in it, we are the one who started Afrobeat. Or they cannot come and say, because Afrobeat has an element of funk in it, we are the one who created Afrobeat, you know. So Afrobeat is the blend of all this genre of music that blended that. The person who came up with that idea is Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti. So he gathered a team, created the people. If you go online, you will read. He started with a band. It's called Kula Lubitos. I think that's what he called it. And then later on created this word Afrobeat and named it African music because he came up with this identity, this Pan-African Afrocentric identity. When he traveled to the US, he was inspired to create this identity. So this is it. So I want us to mark the difference between Afrobeat and Afrobeat. So the Afrobeat with S, I want to be clear and certain. The genre started in Nigeria in the early 90s, early 90s, 2000s, and all those things. It started by Nigerian young artists, the contemporary artists that we see. There are people like Idris Abdul Karim. There are people like their Lagbaja. There are people like their Lagbaja, their P Square. All these guys, they started. The whole thing started as a revolution. The only difference is that we cannot pinpoint one singular individual and say this was the inventor of Afrobeat with the S. It was like a movement that started silently, a gradual revolution that took place and evolved within 20 years. It was a gradual evolution. You see, so this is the point I want to make. So these guys started inspiring each other. They were growing gradually. This is the reason why Afrobeat is so big today. You know, but every foundation, everything was inspired by Fela Kuti, and this is what we need to make clear. So Afrobeat and Afrobeat. Another thing, another interesting perspective is also to consider every genre of music in Africa as Afrobeat, whether it is Soukous Makossa, whether it's Afro House, whether it's Afro Punk, whether it's High Life, whether it's anything at all, whether it's Bongo music from Tanzania, you know, any music from Africa, from sub-Saharan Africa, I want to be precise, is called Afrobeat. Afro, which means Africa, and the beat, which means the sound that is coming from Africa. It's another interesting definition that we can give to any sound that comes from. But since people like to distinct some of these things, so we're talking about etymology. You know, where the origin of all this where the etymology, how this whole concept of Afrobeat and Afrobeat started. Okay, so these two concepts started from Nigeria from the 1960 to 1970. The Afrobeat without S, and the Afrobeat with S started around the early 2000s, inspired by Nigerians. You know, they created this genre. They got their inspiration from Fela Kuti, and now they have taken the movement global. I've said it multiple times that Afrobeat is the greatest genre that has ever been created out of Africa by black people. And I say this and I give point. And that doesn't mean that other genre of music are not good, like high life, like Amapiano or Afro house or bongo music, or the folkloric music in Mali and Senegal by Yusuf Ndu. No, 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 no. Or the Rwandan traditional music. No, 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 no. It has nothing to do with that. I am saying this because Afrobeat has singularly connected black people all over the world, from the continent of Africa to the Caribbean and all over the world, wherever they are. They are proud of their identity to play this music. And I've pointed out that this movement has been inspired and is created and is being sponsored and financed by the Nigerian youth. They organize shows in different countries, in the UK, in the US, in Ghana, in Canada, even here in France, in Wembley Stadium. Forgotten Accor Arena. Burna Boy was here recently on the 16th, I think it was 16th of November or December. I can't even remember the date. You know, these guys have conquered the world, and they promote positive image of black women. I remember when this Afrobeat started in the early 2000s in Nigeria, they were using light-skinned models. They were using light-skinned vixens or white ladies, you know, as their vixens in their video, you know. But things started changing gradually. Now, it's not Afrocentric. It's not an Afrocentric. If you observe most of the video, watch Skin Tight, for example, by Mr. Easy, or Run Town, for example, or the recent video released by Whiskey. You will see the representation of black women is so beautiful. You know, they use this Afrocentric Ankara and present it so beautifully to the world. They are changing the image of African women. If you listen carefully, the songs, they don't call women bitches, they don't call them dogs, they don't denigrate women. They uplift the image of women, which is something that is very important. It's a distinctive thing that is peculiarly unique to Afrobeat. Okay, so let's make that clear. So these two genres were created in Nigeria by Nigerian youth. And this Afrobeat, the first one was started by Fela, and the second one was started by the African youth, but we cannot, by the Nigerian youth, but we cannot pinpoint one particular person who came out and started this genre. It was an inspiration, it was a collective inspirational things, okay, that started all these things, you know. So another interesting definition I want to share with us is this one. Okay, somebody say Afrobeat, not to be confused with Afrobeat or Afro swing, also known as Afro pop, Afro fusion, also styled as Afro pop and Afro fusion, is an umbrella term to describe popular music from West Africa and the diaspora that originally developed in Nigeria and the UK in the early 2000s and 2010s. Afrobeat is less of a style per se and more of a descriptor for the fusion of sound flowing out of Nigeria, genres such as hip life, juju music, high life, and Niger beat. That's what they call it. That's what the Wikipedia said. So thank you guys. I'll stop here. Okay, leave your comment, let me know what you think about this. Okay, and don't forget, be part of this movement. Give a subscription and give this video a like. Let us get to 500 likes, because it will trigger the YouTube algorithm, you know, and make other people to be able to see this video. And we're documenting this movement, we're documenting everything we're doing publicly. Okay, no shame, we're proud of it. We're proud of what Nigerian youth are doing all over the world. So thank you so much. Bye.